Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here, bringing you another one of our TCGO live content videos. And today, you see Lucario on your screen, and you know that means a happy aura because I'm playing Lucario again. This is another one of the decks that I'm trying to work on to see if it can do well in this current meta. Of course, you guys know me, I'm not a huge fan of pairing Lucario with Zoroark, even though it is still very, very good. I'd rather try to play it in a different way, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So before we end the video, I'm going to drop a like, subscribe, share all the good jazz. Lucario being one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Seems to be really well posed in the meta right now, with Zoroark decks and Pikarom decks just dominating Oceania Intercontinentals. That means that Lucario can take advantage by OHKOing all of those boys. So that's what we're going to be trying to do today. One thing I do want to try to figure out how to make work in this deck is how to get Lucario to OHKO Zapdos all the time, outside of having Diancie down, because if they target down the Diancie, it's just like you can't do much about it. Not too sure how I want to approach that yet, so right now we're just going to try to focus on 2-hit KOing and healing a bunch. So that's going to be what we do. Before we end the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share all the good jazz. And one special request is don't forget to check out yesterday's video if you haven't seen it already. It's going to be a really consistent tool drop build, which is kind of really straightforward. A lot of people are trying things out with Genesect or GXs or with different energy type things. But for me, I wanted to make tool drop really straightforward, and it ended up working out really well in that video. So I'm going to check out that video as well. Answer the comment question today for a chance to win some team up codes. Being what's a good question? I actually have no idea. I don't know. Bro, I'm going blank. I am very sick. What is the worst sickness you've had? How about that? What's the worst you felt? Like, did you ever have any sicknesses that come to your head where you're just like, oh man, I remember that one time I was just in bed forever. Like for me, I'm not in that position right now, but my throat's been hurting really bad. So that's been an issue lately, is waking up and not being able to talk. But enough of that, let's talk about Lucario. Lucario, 210 HP. I've been doing this for like 3 minutes. 210 HP. Pretty decent HP number. Weak to Psychic, which is kind of bad because you have that weakness to decks like Ultra Necrozma whenever they abuse Giratina. But Aura Strike can do 30 damage, plus 90 more damage you evolve into it that turn. So you can obviously boost that up with Choice Band and Diancie to hit 170, which means you should be able to knock out Lele's. With Kukui, you can hit 190, which is pretty good as well, because that means you can knock out things like Ultra Necrozma, and obviously you're a fighting type, so without any boost, you knock out Zoroark and you knock out Pikarom as well. So that's kind of our main target. We have Cyclone Kick, which we can sometimes use, that can hit 130, and then Cantankerous Beatdown is our general GX attack of choice, but not always. It's a pretty good one though. It does 30 damage for each. 30 damage for each damage counter on Lucario. So obviously they damage you, you can revenge them with a Cantankerous Beatdown, meaning that a lot of the time they're just not going to want to attack you unless they're taking OHKOs, or they just don't mind you revenging them with GX attack. So we are playing a 4-3 line with Riolu. Riolu being kind of relevant because Jab can do some damage with Diancie down, and then we can knock out Zoros with a Diancie, and Detect can make you immune for a turn, which is sometimes pretty useful. Now as far as what else we're playing in this deck, it's Lycanroc, but let's go over Absol. We're playing Absol because I want to slow down Jirachi builds. It's just plain and simple. Why not play it down? We have the bench space for it. I mean, we can make the bench space for it, I should say. And it slows down Jirachi, and slowing down, doing our best to disrupt Zapdos Jirachi is going to be pretty useful. Of course, one Diancie increasing our damage output of fighting types by 20 damage. And yes, I do know there is a new fighting type stadium. I might do a discussion video about the cards. The reason why I don't do them usually is because they get pretty low views. Sorry if I mute the mic randomly, I just had to make sure I sneeze without you guys hearing it. But the new fighting stadium means that you're always going to be doing at least 10 plus damage or 40 plus damage if you're behind on prizes. But more importantly, doing 10 plus damage means that you hit 130 without Diancie, which means you're constantly knocking out Zapdos. So we're probably going to be switching to that stadium here soon, and might change things up, add a couple of Nest Balls and stuff in this deck. For now, we're not playing Nest Balls, we're playing Pokecom, but we'll see what happens in the future. We are playing 2 Rockruffs with a 2 of this Lycanroc, Bloodthirsty Eyes. The main Lycanroc we'll be using. Also, Dangerous Rogue is a pretty decent GX attack we can use in this deck too. 50 for each of their bench Pokemon in play, so that can ramp up pretty highly. And we have this Lycanroc with this new ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may discard the energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So the reason why we're playing this is a little bit of disruption, and it's also another 1 energy attacking Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage for each energy card in your opponent's, or 30 damage for each energy card in your opponent's discard pile. There's a lot of decks that we can really abuse that with, just really punish decks for having too many energies in their discard pile and take big 1-hit KOs with only 1 energy. It also has Accelerock for 120, which I guess is stronger than this one that does 110. So if we're fighting against decks that are weak to that are psychic types, we could probably abuse this Lycanroc a little bit more. Giratina is going to be a problem, but if we can knock out the Malamars by abusing Lycanrocs, we should be okay for the most part. So that's going to be kind of the game plan there. Of course, I'm playing 2 Jirachis. I'm trying out the Jirachi engine in this deck. I hope it works. I'm not too sure yet. I built this deck. I haven't actually played. I built this deck IRL. And I did a bunch of test draws, and I felt like the Jirachi engine was working better than just playing Oranguru or anything like that. So I dropped the Oranguru because bench space was getting kind of low, and I just stuck in Jirachis and Escape-Boards in here. Escape-Boards also help because we generally want to have Riolo in the active, and it makes the retreating a lot easier, and even things like Diancie that have a 2 retreat cost are only a 1 retreat cost, which is a lot easier to handle than it is than a 2 retreat cost is. So I figured these Skateboards weren't a bad ad either. And 1 Marshadow, Let Loose is strong, and 1 Lele. Now the reason why I'm playing some of these Pokemon that have evolutionary effects or placedown effects is because I am playing 4 Super Scoop Ups in this deck. They don't always land, but when they do, it's very, very nice. We can reuse these abilities, reuse Lucario, reuse Marshadow, reuse Lele, and we can get things out of the active as well. That combined with 2 Ace rolls, I'm hoping is enough to actually last throughout the majority of games. 2 Pokecoms, something new I'm trying in this deck. Over Nest Ball. One big problem I had with Lucario decks in the past is just getting the evolutionary pieces. Tyrant Balls always sucked, so we're going to try Pokecom today, see if that works. We are playing 18 Pokemon, so I'm hoping Pokecom come into play. I'm only playing 2 for now, but if it ends up working out, we might cut out some of the fluff and put in more Pokecoms. 4 Ultra Balls. 3 Brooklet Hills gives us a counter stadium as well as a way to get out our fighting types. 2 Ace Rolls, like I mentioned earlier. 4 Cynthia, 3 Guzma, and 4 Lily. That's all we're playing, no Erica or anything like that. I'm hoping Jirachi can help supplement for the lower quote-unquote amount of draw spores. I try to play 9 or 10, but this deck's only playing 8. But we're also playing 1 Kukui as well. That damage could be pretty nice. Like it's just one of those cards I hold on to until it's a really important tool, until it's a really important turn to use it. As far as tools go, 3 choice bands. I guess I'm using 3 choice bands to punish, excuse me, to punish Lele's more than anything. It's also just nice to have that damage boost. 1 counter gain. This one's really interesting actually. There's a lot of cards in this deck that can benefit from counter gain. Lucario can use Cyclone Kick for only 2 energies as well as can take her speed down. Both Lycanrocs, well this Lycanroc can GX attack for 1 energy, while this one can attack for only 2 energies with Accelerock, same as this one. So with his Claw Slash, it's pretty strong actually. So I do like the counter gain a lot in this deck. So I'm only playing 1, but it's so good whenever it comes into play. 2 Escape Boards and 9 basic fighting energy. But that's gonna be the deck, guys. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of games. Alright guys, we found a game. Now I want to try a bunch of different builds of this deck. Maybe something with like Viridian Cities to get the energy, lower my energy count, and like play Nest Balls instead. Maybe don't play the Jirachi engine and play something else. I don't know. Jirachi works though whenever I play it down. I know. We get to lead with Jirachi. The question is, do we want to lead with Jirachi? There's no reason for us not to, right? We're going to find a skateboard at some point. We play 2, and we were using Jirachi and Lele this turn, so we have a really good opening hand. And we're going first, which is just perfect as far as like this deck goes. But we're playing against our worst matchup, which is not good. Because we'll just do this. Choice Band's kind of worthless. I might just Ultra Ball it, honestly. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use Choice Band unless he's playing Pikarom. And even if he is playing Pikarom, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's grab Absol because it's kind of the most important card in this matchup. So we'll grab Absol here. And we'll just Lily first. I like to Lily before I start using my Jirachi. I'm thinking that's like the right way to approach these games, but I'm not too sure right now. This is a really good start. We have counter stadiums in case we need them, super scoop ups. What we don't have is Lucario or a way to get one. What do I want? I don't really want any of these cards. I'm not gonna lie. None of them really help me. Yeah, none of them help me at all. I guess we can get Lily because it's a draw supporter. We don't have one. I guess. It's kind of bad though. I could play down this to get a thing down, I guess. Get a Rockruff down, just to have 2 Rockruffs. Because we have a perfect board right now, but I like to keep a bench space open for Lele, because he's going to take a knockout next turn, I'm assuming, and knock out Diancie, which is why I'm making these plays the way I am. We could drop Choice Band and Buzz, Brooklyn Hill, and this, and potentially draw something. I don't think he's going to knock out Jirachi, though. If he does, is that a problem? I could switch into a Riolu right now, but then I don't have a fighting energy, so I don't know. I think I'll just play like this. Right now, my hand's pretty okay. Jirachi could get me an Ultra Ball next turn, but I don't really think I'm assuming he's in a Guzma, but he might play Switch or something like that. The Guzma feels like the play I feel like he should make. Oh, what is this? Oh, there's Jirachi, the promo. How much are these promos right now? I know they were like really expensive when I last saw. There's the Guzma I was thinking about. Unless he knocks out the Absol, he won't be able to retreat this Jirachi very well. So I'm assuming he has a Switch in his hand, which is why he's playing it like this. We have the Brooklyn Hill. Brooklyn Hill can now get us a Lucario. A Riolu, I mean. We need this Diancie down to actually take a knockout with Lucario. So as long as we have Diancie in the deck, we should be okay to knock out Zapdos consistently. And eventually we'll knock out the Jirachis as well. He has his own Absol, so he's going to be fighting our own Jirachi. There's a Switch I was talking about. So we don't really need Jirachi right now, so I'm not too worried about it. But I would really like to get an Ultra Ball. I could Guzma as well. But I think we'll be able to draw enough. So I think we'll be okay. There's the fighting energy, so that's step 1. Now we just gotta get Lucario down. I'll get another Riolu. We have 1 Riolu prize, so that's problematic. We have 1 Lycanroc prize as well, but everything else seems pretty solid. We have 2 fighting energies priced, because we have 7 right now. Yeah, we have 2 fighting energies and a Riolu prize, so we know part of our prizes for the time being. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have went into Jirachi and tried to abuse Super Scoop Up. We're gonna have to save these Scoop Ups though. But I would like to draw as much as I could. So, whatever, I'm just gonna Lily for 3. Hopefully we can get Ball, Lucario, or Pokecom, and we did, so it worked out. So we'll just take our knockout here. He doesn't have another Zapdos down right now, so Aura Strike, boom. And there's one of our Riolus, so it's not one of our prizes I don't know off the top of my head, so that's kind of bad. We have Acerolas, we have Scoop Ups. We should be able to do well in this matchup. It's just that like it's not as guaranteed because we're not constantly taking Okos. But we kind of are, just not against the Zapdos. We're taking Okos on the Jirachis and the Absols and whatever else they play on their bench. So that's consistent in its own right because we have access to Guzmas and Lycanroc. So we have the tools we need to win. We just don't have all the tools, you know what I mean? We're not Okoing the Zapdos. Which will change once we have that new stadium, because between Jirachi finding us the stadium, as well as the stadium itself, being able to hit 130 consistently means we knock out with resistance, as well as the fact that if we're behind on prizes, we can hit, what, like 160, 190 with a choice band? That's wild. 210 with a Diancie? Dude, that stadium's going to be so good for Lucario. It's going to bring Lucario back, and I'm really excited about it. I was really excited to see that Marshadow and Machamp tag team, because that meant that this next set will support fighting types, and man, I hope they print more cards to support fighting types, because Lucario needs that resurgence again, man. And I like how it says specifically do not add damage to Ultra Beast so that they don't boost up Buzzwole. It's like, it's interesting to me because Pokemon is just taking like, I feel like Pokemon is constantly just doing, hey, this deck's really good this meta, but we're gonna print a new set that makes a new deck just as good, if not better, and sometimes even beats that deck. So Pikarom was doing really well, so they're just like, let's just print a fighting set. And then Guardia was doing really well, so they printed Lucario my model, and like it's just a bunch of really cool things that can help beat these really strong cards. So we're trading prizes here. Let's see what prize he's going to take this time. He might just take the Riolu, which would be probably the best prize, but he could also take a Diancie as well. But he's going for the Jirachi, interestingly enough. I'm not too sure why. But, I mean, I feel like, I guess he can't knock out the Diancie yet, so there's that. So I'm not too upset with it. There's another Guzma. Let's see if we can land some of these. Nope. Sweet. Alright, so we got one. And I'm gonna actually bench 2 Riolus here, just to make sure that we constantly have another Riolu down. in case he knocks out one. This is another knockout for us. So we're trading knockouts, but he has the advantage because he went first, but he's not getting down multiple Zapdos, at least not yet. So eventually he'll miss his Zapdos and we can take full advantage of it. We have another Scoop Up and Acerola, which is really strong. So we'll just slap down Choice Band or something again. Because we're not going to use Choice Bands this game, so it's nice to just get them out of the deck. And Aura Strike here. Unfortunately, we don't have a... oh, there's a draw sport. I was going to say, unfortunately, we don't have a draw sport just in case, but we got one, so we're good. So a Skateboard's pretty good here too, because now it's still just a 1 retreat cost if we do need to retreat for whatever reason. But luckily we have multiple Riolu, so we can just abuse that for a while. We have Lycanroc in case we need to pull anything up in particular. We have Guzma. We still have access to counter gain eventually, not this turn obviously, but whenever we do get the counter gain playoff, well, I mean, the point is we have counter gain in the deck. That's what I'm trying to say. Unless it's prize. I actually don't remember if it was prize or not. Alright, this can get him a Nest Ball. So this is playing Volkner. I know the one that did pretty well was not playing Volkner. It was playing, what was it playing again? It was playing Kukui's over Volkner, which is really interesting to me because I don't know what the math was for. I'm gonna have to read like articles about that. I know you can just hit 130 now. Like you hit 80 with the thing is, okay, so 80 becomes 100, and then 110 with a Choice Band or whatever, specifically Electro Power, becomes 130, which 130 is a pretty good number, but I don't know, it seems still very odd. So he has Coco Prism. Is he going to attack me with like a... No, Coco GX doesn't punish me at all. I only have 1 energy on the board. And we can Oko Coco GX as long as we have Diancie, or if we play Kukui at some point. Eventually we have access to our GX attack with Lucario as well, so there's a lot of good things happening right here. We only hit for 50 with Diancie right now. We're not Okoing. I guess we are technically Okoing Absol. So if I need to, I can Lycanroc up the Absol and take a knockout on it, which would give me access to my Jirachi again if I ever play it back down. There's the Coco. So is he going to use the Coco? Wait, what? Did he just not want to use the ability? Did he not want to attack me? I guess he forgot. I mean, like I said, man, he didn't have that many Zapdos down, so we were able to take full advantage. He definitely, I feel like, well, I mean, at the same time, you have to also bank on your opponent getting not 1, but 2 Electro Powers, or they're going to knock out the Diancie in 1 hit. So there's that benefit as well, that it's not exactly easy to knock out Diancie in 1 hit. They need to have 2 Electro Powers. So, Lucario proving its mettle right there. If you attack me with Lycanroc, we just GX the Lycanroc, honestly. I think that's the turn we actually sack off Lucario, because it's worth it. It puts us pretty ahead in the prize exchange. Although he can come in with another Zapdos and take a knockout. I guess at that point we would just try to land the Scoop Up. We have the Choice Band already, so I guess we just try to scoop. I mean, obviously what I'm saying is if the Scoop Up fails, actually we had Ace Roll, never mind. Yeah, no, never mind. We were set. This hand is okay. I mean, we have Lele down. Lele for Lily. It's still so hard for me to say that. Which is not bad, I guess. We're going first again. We have Choice Band. We can put the Escape Board on the Lele, and we can eventually Super Scoop it up or Acerola, depending on what the matchup is. EV Snorlax, we can just Oko this dude. I feel very bad for my opponent. We're just going to do Overkill, I guess. We're going to Lele here for... Lele for Lily for 6. I don't know why it's so hard. Lele. Whatever. And boom, and let's do it. So Jirachi so far has been pretty subpar. It hasn't been doing amazing things for us, but at the same time, it's been still pretty good. Like, it still helps. I just haven't needed to use it yet. But at the same time, I've had games where I just had to use it and just haven't had the chance to use it. So I'm not upset with it yet. I might put in a second Lele though, because I feel like there's been so many games where I just wish I had a second Lele. Luckily we can Ultra Ball next turn and get Lucario and just go from there. For now we'll just pass. No need to do anything else. I don't like benching Diancie unless I need to, so we're just going to continue keeping the Diancie around. Actually, Lycanroc is going to come into play here and disrupt the energy, although we literally don't need to, so never mind. We just hit this thing for weakness. We Oko thanks to Choice Band, so as long as he doesn't get rid of my Choice Band, we should be okay. If he does get rid of my Choice Band, then we actually need to put down the Diancie for knockout, I believe, right? Because then we hit 140, which is 280. So that's pretty cool. But unfortunately, he is playing against weakness. So unless he has a weakness policy or something, like, I don't know what he's going to be doing here. Cheer Up. Does this attach to any Pokemon? Oh yeah, it's to any Pokemon. That's interesting. Dude, if I had 2 Rockruffs here and I got both Lycanrocs, discard 1 energy, Guzma the other, and knock it out, that one that had the energy, that could be cool. I am an evolution Pokemon, so he does Oko me. So this might be like, oh, he's attaching here. Okay, so this might be the game of the Okos, but it's not going to be the case. Let me get down another Rockruff. Okay, we have a Rockruff price. Not a huge deal, I guess. And I guess we just get Lucario here and take 3 prizes. I'll slap this down. I don't think we're ever going to use it. But luckily, this is a good way to have a 1 energy knockout at some point in the game. I don't like losing energies, but whatever. As long as we have 1 energy on the board and we continue ace rolling and scooping it up, then we should be fine. Just take our knockout here. Shout out to Choice Band. We do take knockout, right? 150 is 300, yeah. Or a strike. Boom. 3 prizes I will take. Thank you very much. Scoop up, Cynthia, and Guzma. Pretty good prizes. I'll take those. I will take those. Hopefully we can land the scoop up. And hopefully we can get a Lycanroc. The other Lycanroc, not this one. I was hoping to get a Rockruff prizes, but whatever. Can't complain too much. If we get the other Lycanroc, then we just win. So that's the game plan, is to find an Ultra Ball, Pokecom, or the other, or just top deck it, I guess. And hopefully we can land the Super Scoop up as well. If we top deck it, though, we just win, because we just Guzma. Actually, we don't have the Lucario, so never mind. We still have to land the Super Scoop up. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's show me the top decks. Show me an Ultra Ball. Show me the juice. Nope. You know, I've been playing a lot of games lately. And every time I play a game of Pokemon, Pocket Monsters, whatever you want to call it, I'm always mad that I draw all my Guzmas all at the same time. And I can't do anything about it. It's just a thing that happens. You're a super scoop. Scooby-Doop. Yep, just Scooby-Doop. Attach. Whoops. Oh, that was supposed to be an energy. Well, I guess we just win anyways, so it doesn't matter. I guess that actually kind of worked out, right? Because we have everything in hand, so that's game. I don't know what I was thinking. I was supposed to be attaching to the bench, and I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. I gotta use Guzma anyways. So, it's all good. Alright, more prizes. Do we play one more game? Oh, this has been a 45-minute video already. I haven't really played against anything I wanted to. I was really hoping to run into Pikarom or Zoroark. I mean, I guess we could just pretty much tell you that those games are auto wins. I'm purely just testing this deck right now too. Like, I feel like I'm gonna play like a handful more games, maybe on my own time, maybe on stream, and figure out what we can cut. I like the Absol. I just feel like the Absol helps, even if it helps a little bit, it does help in the matchup. So I do want to keep the Absol for Zapdos, Rachi. Not too sure how I feel about the Jirachi engine right now. I still feel like if there's no reason not to play it, because I think I'm still gonna play the Escape Boards regardless. I like having that pivot Pokemon. So having the Escape Boards just feels good in general. Even though the Jirachis haven't done too much for me. But I feel like we didn't do anything with Jirachis because 1, Absol was around, so we couldn't really abuse Jirachi. And 2, the other games, we just had a full bench. I like to have 3 Riolas down, 2 Riolas on the bench, 1 Lucario in the active most of the time. And then 1 or 2 Rockruffs down, which gives you enough bench space for like other Pokemon. It should be enough bench space. You just have to pick and choose. You play Absol in the right matchups, you play Jirachi in any matchup you can, and then you have Lele that you can slap down. Things I don't like, I definitely think I want to put in a second Lele so we can solidify games more. Honestly, a second Lele and a third Rockruff so that we can really have a bunch of Pokemon to abuse with Pokecom. Pokecom was good when we had it. For sure. It was definitely good when we had it. So having 2 more Pokemon giving us a whopping 20 Pokemon could be good. That's like a lot of Pokemon. But at the same time, is that really a bad thing? I don't think so. The only problem is, like, what would you cut? I still think you have to keep Kukui. Because Kukui is the difference between Okoing things and not Okoing things. I just don't like when Kukui is my only draw supporter, which is why I'm playing the Jirachi. If I cut the Jirachi, It's kind of bad because we're losing 2 Pokemon, which is bad for the Pokecom. And I guess we could replace them with like 2 Ericas or something, but then like our clumping hand issue will still remain. So it's a lot of things I could change. This is just deck 1. The next deck might be with Viridian Forest, a couple Nest Balls. I mean 4, not a couple. So what would have it? We would play 4 Nest Balls and 3 Viridian Forest. So these will become 3 Viridian Forest. We cut the Jirachis and 2 Energies for 4 Nest Balls, maybe? Although I'm not a huge fan of the idea of that build. I just think the Brooklet's good. And like I said, in the game, you realistically only need one energy to do well the entire game. Because assuming that your Lucario does not get knocked out, you can cycle between that 1 energy throughout the whole game. So I kind of like the way the list is right now, but like I said, we're going to be working on it more and more. You guys give it a try. Let me know what changes you make. Let me know what you find to be useful versus what you find to not be useful at all. It's just kind of hard to like tell you guys what is and isn't useful because I have to end the video because like I said, I'm sick. I need to get some rest. And I also have an exam in 2 days, so I'm preparing for that. And I didn't get to show off like the Jirachi part of the deck, right? Because in my own testing, I've had games where like Jirachi just comes into play like hugely. I've had a lot of test games on my own time where just without Jirachi, I feel like I would have been like in a really awkward situation. So I still stand by the Jirachi on its own right. It's just like I didn't get to show it off, so whatever. I mean, you guys play the games. You guys let me know what you think. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. Don't forget to comment for a chance to win a couple team up codes. And don't forget to check out the previous videos. I had that water starter deck, which was crazy, and I had that really consistent dual blade deck that played really well. I just didn't get as many views. I'm assuming it's because YouTube had the broken thing, because it happens too many times, right? YouTube's just dumb, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Let me know what decks you want to see me play next, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.